Hey guys, today is going to be my blush declutter. I've been looking forward to doing this for about a month. My last declutter was my lipstick declutter. I'll link that in the description box if you do want to see that. I have 44 products here. I have 12 cream blushes and then 32 powder products, including some face palettes. I do have my Hourglass palettes. I usually consider those a part of my highlighter collection, but I wanted to include it here because there are blushes in there. And yeah, I'm ready to get rid of some blush. I am cautious with decluttering because in the past I've gotten rid of things and then later regretted it. So I do not declutter just to declutter. Most of these things I'm actually probably going to give to my mom because she has wanted to try some makeup lately. So a lot of this I'm probably going to give to her. And so it's nice to, have someone to give it to. And I recently did rank and review my entire cream blush collection. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on that just because I just did that video a few weeks ago. So I will link that in the description box. And I'm still planning to do a highlighter declutter in the next couple months and then an eyeshadow palette declutter, but I want to use more of my palettes before I do that. So yeah, 44 products here. I mean, this isn't going to be like a 50% gone declutter, but I do want to get rid of a good amount. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to do the cream blush first. Like I said, I did that recent ranking video if you do want to hear more details. This is the Merit Beauty in Beverly Hills. I like this cream blush. I think it's nice. I don't think it's amazing, but I am going to keep that one. One that I absolutely love is this one by Undone Beauty in the shade, hard to open, Rosy. Love it. Definitely keeping that one. The AOA Studio. I love it. This is only $1 and this blush is so pretty. This is in the shade Cupid. Highly recommend those. So I have 6 by Palladio, which I did get these in PR, and I like this formula, but I just don't love all these colors. And obviously I would not have bought all the colors myself. If I were going to have bought this myself, I obviously would have probably just purchased one. So I'm gonna get rid of some of these. So this one in Darling, this one I really like. I'm going to keep that one. This one in Precious, this is like kind of a frosty pink. And so this one I'm definitely getting rid of. Let's see, this one is lovely. This one is also a little frosty, so I think I'm gonna give this one away too. And then which one is this? Dainty. Yeah, this is another one that has a bit of a sheen. So those 3 are going to be decluttered. This one in Sweetheart, this one I really like. Like I said, I swatched these all in that video, so I'm going to keep that one. And then Peach is my other favorite. I love peachy blushes, so this one I am definitely keeping. The Tower 28, this is so good. I love it. I have the shade Golden Hour. Beautiful orange, beautiful formula. Definitely keeping that one. This one, ColourPop blush sticks in Pretty Thing. I like this one. I don't use it very much. It's very, very pretty. I don't know. I don't like it as much as the others, so I think I'm going to get rid of the ColourPop too. And then this one I'm keeping. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks in Nude Tude. I love this one. This one ranked pretty high in that video. This one is like kind of a neutral shade and it's kind of fun. It has an applicator kind of like a liquid lipstick. So yeah, going to keep those. So I am decluttering 4 cream blushes, and now let's move on to the powder blush. All right, like I said, I do have 32 powder products here, including some face palettes. Obviously, I'm not going to be getting rid of half, but I want to get rid of several. This is new. I do want to show this. I've actually been really enjoying it. This is the Believe Beauty blush in Second Chance, and I finally tried Believe Beauty. I haven't talked about it in a video yet, but I'm kind of testing out some products. This blush duo is actually really nice, so I like that. That's my newest blush. The Pat McGrath Labs blush in Lovestruck. I've mentioned this one before. Yeah, it's so hard to open. Okay, there we go. I like it. This is the only one that I bought from her collection. I don't think it's amazing though. It's not, blowing me away. but I like it. The color is really, really beautiful. So I am going to keep that, but I don't plan on buying more just because, yeah, wasn't blown away by that. Okay, here is one. This I want to get rid of. This Milani blush. This is in Dolce Pink. I had this in a project pan a few months ago, and this is a pink blush with some gold sheen. Every time I wore this, I just felt like it didn't look good on my skin tone. Like, I don't know, it just clashed with my undertones or something. I didn't like the way it looked at all. It's a little bit too shimmery for me anyway. I don't mind a bit of a sheen to a blush, but I prefer matte or satin blushes. So I don't know, this undertone, I don't know, it almost made me look sick or something. I don't know. So this is definitely going. I just don't like the way that that looks on me. This I'm definitely keeping the Physicians Formula. This is, I think it's called Vintage Rouge. Really nice neutral blush. Really enjoy that. Definitely keeping that. Okay, here's something I'm going to get rid of. This may sound petty, but I guess I don't care. This is the Essence Satin Touch blush in Satin Love. I love this blush. This is amazing, beautiful neutral color, beautiful formula, only $3. But you know what? I'm sorry, but I am just so frustrated with this broken packaging because the top, this keeps coming off, and then I'm afraid this is going to make a mess. Yeah, I mean, I know that it's only $3, but I have to say I have a lot of other cheaper makeup products that don't fall apart like this. So this frustrates me. Even though I love the blush, I really don't like that this top keeps falling off. So that one's gonna go. This Marc Jacobs, I do like this. This is in Flesh and Fantasy. Very pretty, neutral, peachy blush. I haven't really been swatching these because honestly, I've learned through swatching blush, it's hard to swatch blush because a lot of them are not crazy pigmented. That's kind of not the purpose of a lot of blushes, and they kind of all look the same in a swatch. But anyway, I'm keeping the Marc Jacobs. I do like that one. Here's something else. I need to get rid of this, okay? I like it. This is the MAC blush. This was from the Mariah Carey collection from several years ago. This is in You've Got Me Feeling. It's a pretty bright pink. I like it. I will say it's more of a sheer type blush than what it looks like in the pan. It doesn't look this intense on the face, but I don't know. I've mentioned before, this is like kind of something I regret getting because very last minute I decided I wanted to get something from this collection just because, you know, I liked Mariah Carey and I liked the packaging, and then this is pretty much all I could find. I know, it's ridiculous. So I've had that for so long. That just, it needs to go, okay? Here's the blush that I'm trying to finish this year, and I will show you I am doing very well on this. If you saw my Project Pan Finish 10 in 2021, making great progress. So this is in the compact for the Too Faced Baby Love, but this also has two blushes from Becca that I kind of mixed in with this. So this is technically a Franken blush, but I am trying to finish it, and I'm making very good progress. So that one I am definitely keeping. Okay, here's something. I'm gonna get rid of this, I know. This is Bittersweet by Urban Decay. This is intense purple. It's pretty, and when I wear it, I like it, but I rarely want to wear purple blush. And I've come to the conclusion that I could just give this to someone else, and if there is a day I really want a purple blush, then I could just use eyeshadow as purple blush. And I have a shade I'll show you in one of the face palettes that has like kind of like a purplier undertone that I prefer anyway. I know this is a beautiful color, but I just rarely wear it, so there's no point in me keeping it any longer. It's just gotten a little bit ridiculous. Let's talk about Hourglass. So I only have one Hourglass single blush. This is in Brilliant Nude, and I like it. It's very neutral. I've wanted to find a dupe for the Hourglass blushes. I think their formula is great, and I heard Andrea Montiano talk about in a video that there's some blushes from Catrice that she said are a dupe, so I do want to try those. I wouldn't buy more of these, but I do like this one, so I am going to keep that. And like I said, I did decide to include these Hourglass face palettes in this declutter. Now this is the Sculpture palette, and I really do, like I said, I like the Hourglass powders, but I feel like I have found dupes for their finishing powders now. like the Essence Pure Nude highlighter and the Catrice highlighter in Champagne Campaign, even though that's discontinued sadly. But I like the colors in this one more than the other one that I have here, the Ghost palette. I feel like this suits my skin tone more. This one is their really popular blush. What's that one called? I think it's Mood Exposure. Yeah, it's Mood Exposure. This is one of their most popular shades and I love it. This blush is great. So I'm going to keep this one. I like the colors more than in this one. But the Ghost palette, I mean, two of the shades are the exact same. Obviously, I've used this one a lot. These two shades, Diffuse Light and Dim Light, those are in the last palette also. This blush that's more pink is very similar to the pink blush in the Sculpture palette. This highlighter is more of like a pinker undertone. And I don't like this bronzer as much for some reason. I think the undertone is just, it's not as nice. So like I said, I'm gonna be giving my mom some makeup and I do think Hourglass products, they are really finely milled and everyone says that they are very nice for mature skin. So I am going to give her the Sculpture palette. Okay, so far I am decluttering 9 products. Let me go through some of the ones that are gonna be the just for sure keeps and then I'm gonna declutter probably a few more. This is the Ofra Island Time palette. I really do like this. I really like the blushes and also I like the highlighter. And so this is the shade that I said that was a bit more purple, but it's not as purple. It's kind of more fuchsia. So I just think this looks better on my skin tone. And yeah, I like that one. I'm much more likely to wear that than I am the Urban Decay blush. This is my oldest blush and I'm going to keep this. This is from MAC. And this is called, what is that? Prim and Proper. This was from their Liberty of London collection, which I'm pretty sure this was like 10 years ago. This is 10 years old, but it's working fine. It's not breaking me out. There's nothing wrong with the formula. So, you know, it hasn't changed in quality, which is kind of crazy. So I'm going to keep it. I really like it. It's a very neutral, slightly like a rose kind of shade. This one's nice, so definitely gonna keep that. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go through some here that I'm just for sure gonna keep. This is Illamasqua in Katie. This used to be really hyped up on YouTube many years ago. This is it's hard to tell. It's a very like cool tone blush, but there's something about it. It doesn't look as pale on the face as it looks in this container. I don't know, there's something actually very flattering about this color and I really like it. And it looks very different on the face than it looks here. And I like that. That's the thing about blush, I think, is it tends to look a little bit different on everyone because usually, I mean, we're not putting on like as thick of a layer as an eyeshadow per se. And so your skin tone kind of shows through and it does affect the way the blush looks. I feel like a lot of blushes look very different on different people because it's very skin tone dependent, which makes sense. Here's one that I think a lot of people don't like, but I really like is Burt's Bees Toasted Cinnamon. It's very like orangey brown and a lot of people have said this looks like a bronzer, but the bronzers I like are more neutral than this, but I like this kind of shade in a blush. And I do have yellow undertones and I feel like this suits me quite well. So definitely keeping that. A few more here that I wanted, yeah, there's a lot more that I'm gonna be keeping, but gonna get rid of a few more. Becca Tiger Lily. This is one I bought at a CCO last year. This is very pigmented and it's very orange and it has a bit of a sheen. It looks more shimmery in the pan than it does on the face. I will say some of these shimmers, they don't really show up, which like I said, I prefer a matte or a satin blush. This is pretty, very intensely pigmented. And I like the Becca blushes. Again, you know, I'm sad that, you know, Becca is supposedly gonna be shutting down soon, but I'm gonna keep that one. Okay, a few more like ultimate favorites I just have to tell you about. The e.l.f. blush in Always Cheeky. This is their primer infused blush. I love this formula. I also have one of the primer infused bronzers. It's a beautiful formula, so smooth. This is a very like standard peach blush, which I must say is probably my favorite. Definitely keeping that. Another one of my ultimate favorites is the Charlotte Tilbury in Pillow Talk. I talked about this in my top 3 makeup favorites. I love this formula. This is a really nice formula. I will say finely milled satin. It's not matte, but it's not shimmery. It's just really good. And they have a wide range of colors in this range. I would definitely be curious to try more. It's expensive though. I think it's $40 or $45, but this one I think is worth it. I really do like it. Let me talk about a couple more that I'm keeping, and then I'll get into a couple more declutters. The Kylie blush in We're Going Shopping. I must say, I mean, I made one order once from Kylie Cosmetics on Black Friday from Ulta because it was on major sale, and I was just curious about the brand. I will say, I don't think I'd buy more from the brand, but this blush is good. But now they've reformulated and changed everything, so who knows. I think this is a really nice peachy blush, but like I said, I wouldn't have paid full price. I think I got this so cheap. I think it was probably like $5 or $6 or something. Otherwise, I would not have purchased it. The Amuse Cosmetics blush. This is from the Shop Miss A website. This shade is Mandarin Pop. This is beautiful. This is only $1. This is something I got in PR from Shop Miss A a few months ago. Beautiful, like orangey, but with a bit of coral in it. Very lovely shade, very pigmented. Definitely, I am really impressed with that one. Okay, here's one. Let's go ahead and do another declutter. I like this, I do, but I tend not to reach for cheek palettes, or at least blush palettes. I tend to reach for palettes like the Hourglass ones that have a combination of like highlighter, bronzer, blush. I actually really like this one. This is Tarte Blush Bliss palette, but I feel like I have these shades, and I will show you some in another palette that are very similar, also from Tarte. So I like this, but yeah, like I said, I'm gonna give my mom some makeup, so I think she would like that one. Okay, I'm gonna keep most of what's left. This is these Tarte blushes, so that's Tarte Exposed. These are from the blush book. That was one of those limited edition blush books they had a while ago. And so as you can tell, a lot of these shades are similar to that one, the ones from that Blush Bliss palette. And then these are 2D potted Bobbi Brown blushes, which are actually really nice. So this is definitely staying. The Becca Chloe palette, this I really like. This is definitely staying. I do like this. I feel like this is like one of the best products that Becca ever released. Kind of similar to the Hourglass powders, like a bit of sheen, although these have probably a bit more sheen than the ones from Hourglass. Beautiful. I really like that palette. The ColourPop and Kathleen Lights. What's this one called? Yeah, I Need Space. Very neutral, very nice. I like this a lot. This is kind of a satin blush. Very beautiful. I like those type of shades. The Cover Effects Duo in Pink Dahlia. It's not that pink. This on me, it looks so much more peach than it looks in the pan. But again, I think it's kind of like your natural undertones definitely show through a blush and kind of change how it looks. Because yeah, this looks way more pink in the pan than it looks on my face. But I love it. I also love the highlighters. Sometimes I mix them together. Absolute favorite. Really, really love that one. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of just one more thing. So let me just show you everything else I'm keeping. Sigma and Nymphea. This is really nice too. This is very well formulated. It's a bit more on the sheer side, but very beautiful color. And again, this one looks more like a pinky peach on my skin tone. In the pan, it looks like it's more pink, but it has a bit more warmth than what it may appear to be. Very, very nice. So this Milani blush I like way more than the other one. This is in Tea Rose. This is like a mauve neutral, and this one's totally matte. So I do prefer that, and yeah, this one's really nice. Definitely a big fan of that one. The Wander Beauty Trip for Two Duo. This I got in BoxyCharm last year, and I must say, I really do like the blush here. This is called Bellini. Another pinky peach. I know, that tends to be a color I like a lot, but I don't know, it suits my skin tone. And this is a really cool formula because this has a bit of sheen to it, but it's not shimmer. This is incredibly flattering on the face. This contour, I rarely use this to be honest, but the blush I love, so it's worth keeping it for that. Okay, I have 3 items left. This I'm keeping. This is a magnetic palette from the Shop Missy website, and these are 2 MAC blushes. This is Melba, and I can't remember what that one's called. This is from a brand that's no longer around, Kalon Cosmetics. Georgia Peach is this blush. It's so pretty. Again, peach blush, I know, but that is staying. And then last up, I have these 2 face palettes from Shany Cosmetics. I bought these sometime last year. I admit it was kind of an impulse purchase, and I don't use these that often. They are nice though. They're very pigmented. They're almost too pigmented. So this is one that has more warm tone shades, but it does have this pink here, which I like, that has a bit of fuchsia in it. And then this one I'm gonna get rid of because look, yeah. This one basically looks exactly like that Urban Decay blush. It's maybe a bit darker, slightly different, but hot pink and hot purple blush, like I said, is not something I reach for regularly. And I'm keeping a few kind of like this over here, like the one in the Ofra Face palettes. So yeah, this is gonna go too. Right, here is the final roundup. So I am decluttering 11 products, 4 cream blushes, 3 from Palladio, 1 from ColourPop. I'm gonna get rid of the MAC one, the Ghost palette, the Tarte palette, the Shany palette, these few here. So 11 products are going to be leaving. 33 products are staying, 11 are getting decluttered. Honestly, I don't think that's bad at all, really. This still seems like a lot, I know, but I really do love these, and I really love blush. I am definitely a big fan of blush, but I think I'm going to be getting rid of a good amount. Like I said, most of the stuff I'm getting rid of, I'm going to give to my mom. I think the Hourglass one, I think she'll definitely like that quite a bit. So yeah, I feel like these are the blushes I really, really like. I have a wide variety of formulas and colors. Yeah. Got some good stuff here. So yeah, keeping 33 products, getting rid of 11. Not bad, I think. So that is it for this declutter. I will link my lipstick declutter that I did a couple months ago if you do want to see that. And like I said, I'm still planning on doing a highlighter declutter and eyeshadow palettes as well. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.